Hello everybody, welcome to Erndales and welcome to Vlogmas 2023, Day 2, December the 2nd. I can pretty much guarantee that you will never ever see what you're about to see on any Vlogmas ever. I can guarantee that. Yesterday, remember when I was talking to you for a minute, I was saying, do you hear the bong, bong, bong? And my piano was being tuned. Well, it's tuned beautifully, it plays lovely, and if I get a chance, I'll play you a tune on it. But he left my piano kind of like that. And he left it like that for a reason. I'll tell you about it. This piano is an old piano. It was built in 1929, and it is an Irish piano. It's from Belfast, Ireland. Hart and Churchill is its brand. And as old pianos are, it has some issues, and it holds the tune fairly well. And there goes my tripod. You're just sinking into the moonlight here. It has a few issues that my tuner has been working on very successfully. But one of the things it does is it drops its tune pretty much, well, it depends on the weather outside, the weather in here, you know, it depends on a lot of things, but it goes sour. A few of the notes go sour pretty quickly. So he suggested that all those little buttons, and I'll take you closer and show you, all those little buttons are embedded into wood, and then there's a metal plate behind that. And as a piano or any wood piece of furniture gets older, the wood shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And in a piano's case, those little pegs that hold the strings become loose. And if a piano is tuned, within a few days, they start to loosen up because the wood is shrunk. So my job today is to do some surgery on my piano. Now, I used to be a nurse and I have greens. And I have masks. I'm not going to wear masks. I'm not going to wear this either. I'll take this off because it's just going to get in my way. But what I am going to do is I have these really great Mighty Sights here. I bought these from Amazon. I'm not sponsored by this. Bought these from Amazon several months ago. They're magnifying glass, but they have lights on them. And they're fantastic. I use these all the time for really fine stitching and stuff. So I'm gonna use these to make sure that what I have to do, I can do. But first I'll tell you what I have to do. So he gave me a bottle of, it's super thin glue. It's super glue, but it's really thin. It's like water. And I have to take a syringe with a needle on it. It was quite interesting going and getting these. I have to take this and fill the syringe, and I have to go in each one of those pins at the top and squirt a little bit of glue. And this is going to take me probably several hours to do. So I'm going to let you watch me do surgery on my piano. Now, where will you see this on the internet? Tell me. Nowhere. So I'm going to get set up. I'm going to fill up my syringe, and let's see what a mess I can make of my poor old piano. So here's the pins, and it's behind those pins that I have to squirt the glue. I have to get it in behind this where the string is attached to the pins. See if I can get you really, really close. I don't know. Nope, I guess I can't get you any closer. There we go. So you can see the wood in behind there. That's where I have to go. And I have lots and lots and lots of pins to do. And some more over here. So let's see how this goes. This is not as easy as you would think. I hope I'm not gobbing it everywhere. Sort of wants to run out of the needle. Wow, kind of hard on the back. Yay, getting it all over the pins. Help, Jason. Help. Oh. It's not very easy, let me tell you. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not very easy to do. Without making a big mess. Well, I've done half and I'm gonna stop. It's not that easy. The stuff runs out at the end of the needle very fast and a lot of it's dripping down the back. Don't think it's gonna hurt anything, I hope not. So I'm just gonna stop and let this dry, and then maybe tomorrow or the next day I will carry on with it. In the meantime, I'm going to put the boards back on, cover up. There's a board that goes along the back, and then there's a board that goes along the front. You don't see this part. It is kind of cool, isn't it? To see like a player piano. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I'll play you a tune in a little while. But first, we have to go and do some stitching, don't we? And then we have to open up, well, we'll have to go see what Jonathan opened up today. So let's go do some stitching and let me kind of cool off. I'm all worked up and I'm all kind of hot and bothered over this. And I think it's going to be fine. It's just not something that I ever thought I'd have to do. Anyway, that's what I'm up to today. Well, I don't know what happened. I thought I was recording. I had outlined all this with pencil and I started stitching and I was talking, and then I realized that it wasn't recording. So we missed all this part, but that's okay. I still have some to do here, so that's okay. Anyway, yeah, today was kind of a different day. I was doing something that I never ever thought I would be doing, and that is putting glue on my piano pins. That's just goofy, but you know, if it's going to save my little piano from needing tuning every 6 months, I guess it's a good thing. And I'm very thankful to my tuner for teaching me how to do it and allowing me to do it. I know one of the tuners that I used to have suggested it a long time ago, but he told me that nobody could do it but him, and he was going to put my piano on its back on the floor, and it was going to take weeks, and I didn't do it because our house was small, and if we had to put that piano on the floor, there would have been nowhere for anybody to walk in that room. So anyway, it's done now, and we'll see if it's going to help, and I'm sure it will, because I do trust Jason, my piano tuner. He's wonderful. He has done so much for that little piano, and he's not only a tuner, but he's a piano technician as well, so he knows what he's talking about. So here we are, stitching the second day in December. When I do these, I always draw out what I'm going to stitch first. And sometimes I just do stitches, sometimes I do words, sometimes I do, you know, a picture of something. And I think this month it will be no different. There'll be some days that I'll just stitch like this, and there'll be other days where I'll do something more challenging. But I do think last evening I really missed not being able to come up here and stitch. So I really do think that I am going to stitch the evening ahead from now on, so that I can go back to my practice of stitching before I go to bed, because I had a really hard time falling asleep last night because I hadn't relaxed enough by stitching. So I'm doing this one now, and this evening before I go to bed, I'm going to do tomorrow's, and I will show it to you tomorrow. So I'll do it the evening ahead of time, but I think it's going to be much better for me, really. I think I'm going to, I really missed having that time just alone up here to stitch and to think about things. And you know, there's always something pressing on a person's mind that you need to think about. So this is my little outlet for that. Now, did I have? Yes, I do. I have a little bit of green here. So I guess I should think about what I'm going to stitch tonight on the third day. I might stitch a Christmas ornament of some kind, maybe a star, or I was thinking while I was doing this just now, I'm talking to you, I was thinking I could do 3 Christmas balls hanging, do them, you know, one up here, one there, and one down there with some pretty ribbons and strings. I could do that. I don't know. We'll have to see what I end up doing. I have a candy in my mouth. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be having candies. I'm on a diet, but oh, And while I'm talking about the diet, I've lost 12 pounds. So I'm very excited about that. It's working just fine. I'm not hungry anymore. And I have been now starting to, oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera. I've been starting to have my snacks. For the first while, I didn't have any snacks. Snacks are allowed. You have to count them, but they are allowed. But I just didn't want to get into the habit of getting into snacks. But I am having my snacks now, which kind of help to get you through, you know, if you are hungry. And you can have, fruit is, most of the fruit, like an orange or an apple, if it's a medium-sized orange or apple, are free. I don't have to count them. So those are the kind of snacks that I will eat. But I'll also eat a couple of graham crackers, you know, like a couple of squares of graham crackers. That's very low in points. And yeah, there's all kinds of things I can have for a snack. Popcorn without anything on it is pretty much free. Don't have to count that. So yeah, there's lots of things. But fruit and vegetables are free. I can snack on some carrots. And sometimes I do that. So I'm doing well. I'm very happy with the results so far. And it just makes me want to keep going. And I knew it would work because, like I said in a couple videos back, I lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers before I had breast cancer. So I do know it works. And it works for me because I have to keep track of what I'm putting in my mouth. And I think that would work for anybody, really. I mean, I can eat anything. We're going for a drive tomorrow, and Gary suggested maybe we have lunch out, and I'm going to do that. And I'll count it in, and all will be fine. So I'm just doing running stitch with this one. I just wanted the color to show up. That's all I wanted with the second one. And I'm pulling a little bit too hard here. So now I'm going to show you what Jonathan opened this morning. And I'm also going to put a link, a card, up in the corner there, to how I made what he's opening. If you missed that video, you can go and have a look and see how I put that together, because I did do a video on the making of today's gift. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. Today is December 2nd, and it is the second day of Advent. So today, Jonathan is going to be opening up this little recipe journal that I made for him. I showed you the video when I was making it. So I just made this out of some scraps of denim, and in the inside I just used some pieces from inside of a little cheap dollar store photo album, and I copied out some of his favorite recipes. So there's anise cookies, which was my grandmother's recipe, nuts and bolts, which was my mom's recipe, marshmallow salad, which was Gary's mom's recipe, manicotti, which is my recipe, 7-layer 24-hour salad, which is my recipe, tater tot casserole, which is his great aunt Helen's recipe, ginger crumbles, which was another grandma's recipe, and I have some extra cards here, and I have some extra cards here for him. And in the end, I decided to keep the closure very simple. I just made a string around here with just the cut off selvage of the bottom of the jean, and I'm just pulling it closed like this, and I made a little ring, and I just slipped that over top just to secure this so that it doesn't come open. So there's his little recipe journal. I'm including some chai tea, so I'm putting that in the pocket here. And I wrote a little note to him. I just took a page out of a child's book, and I thought this was kind of cute. And because he has a lot of cats, this is all about people who love cats. So I just put, John, here are some of your favorite family and Christmas recipes. Enjoy. And I'm just going to tuck this right in here like this. And a little chocolate just for chewing on. So this is what he's going to be opening today. I'm going to wrap this now.